In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a custom video tutorial request by Mellisa. So I am going to reveal some of my secrets, not all of them, but some of them. And I'm going to encourage you to join our Patreon. Okay, guys, we've got two levels. One is $10. And with that level, you get access to all the files that we post to Patreon. Tomorrow is going to be a huge Patreon dump. We're dumping a lot of files tomorrow. But also, something new to that $10 tier is we're going to be doing at least one live class per month. So if you have any questions about 3D printing in general, whether it be about your machine, about the software, whatever the case might be, Fusion, Blender, Inkscape, whatever software you might be using, that will be an opportunity to get your questions asked. And if we don't know the answer to your question, we'll find out for next time. So that is our $10 tier. $20, you get access to all our files, and we give you a live training class every single week, so you can get your projects done, learn as much as you can, and I'm telling you, it will greatly reduce your learning time by taking training from somebody who actually knows what they're doing. Okay, so let's take a look at this project. Mellisa gave us 3 files. We'll probably wind up doing all of them. Why not? Not in this video, though. We're just going to do one. I'll tell you what we're going to do, though. We are just going to drag and drop a file over here. And this is what we're going to be doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the artwork here in Inkscape. And then once we have our artwork created, we're going to pop over to our slicer and create our 3D model. So no need for Tinkercad or anything. So when you're brand new to 3D printing, this is how it goes. This is how I recommend, anyhow. Print, 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 print. There's plenty of models out there to print. Print whatever it is that strikes your fancy. Learn how your printer actually prints. All right, so that's step 1. Then you want to learn your slicer, because there's all kinds of things that we can do on our slicer in regards to an existing model that we don't need any other software to do. So learn your slicer. All right, and then once you've learned your slicer, I really recommend we learn Inkscape. Why Inkscape? Well, number 1, it's totally free. Number 2, it's totally easy. Almost everything that we're going to want to 3D print, we can generate right here inside Inkscape. All right, so totally free, fairly easy to learn. Is it going to take you some time? Yes, it is. But there's a million videos on how to use Inkscape, okay? But also, once we do learn Inkscape, we can make our marketing materials. We can make embroidery designs with Inkscape. We can do our artwork for t-shirts and hats. And, you know, if someday we get a laser, guess what? We can create all our laser graphics in Inkscape, right? So it's Inkscape, Inkscape, Inkscape. Anything that relates to creating artwork of any kind, 2D, 3D, whatever, we can do it right here in Inkscape. So I really encourage you to learn Inkscape. I really, really do. All right, so anyhow, let's begin the process here. So this is what I was given. All right, it's pretty good artwork. I will say that. It's pretty good. So we're going to right click and choose Trace Bitmap. And this is the result that we're going to get. Now we can adjust this slider up and down the scale here. Typically, I will use brightness and cutoff because that gives us our best values, our best results. Almost always when we use brightness and cutoff, we get a nice, super clean image. Even when we're dealing with an image that is not so nice and super clean. This one's nice, this one's nice. So let's go ahead and apply. And that's it, folks. That is now a vector graphic. Now, is this a vector graphic for our keychain? Not quite. We're getting there, though. Not quite. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. So we could right click and choose duplicate. I hit Control D on my keyboard. If we are over here, we could right click over here and choose duplicate. All kinds of ways to duplicate. So we're going to go on the bottom duplicate, give it some kind of wacky color, and then we're going to come up here. These are path effects, okay? And we're going to go to our offset path effect and offset by how much? Well, my standard way of going about things is always 4. 4 is kind of the standard. If we're offsetting to the outside, which in this case we are, we would do 4. If we're offsetting to the inside, we have to do negative, whatever we want to offset. So in this case, 4. And you can see that's the border we get. And you know what? I don't like that. I am looking for something thick and rich. Let's do 8. Let's do 8 for this. So what we're going to do here on this one, because it's just a path, we're going to go to path. We're going to go to break apart. Now, mind you, keep these keyboard shortcuts in hand. I really wish you would use those. Shift Control K. It just makes the process so much easier. But Shift Control K, right? And then we're going to hit Control Plus. That's my keyboard shortcut of the day. And that will union. So if we go over here to path, union, Control Plus. See, it says Control plus plus. Difference is Control plus minus. Learn these Booleans. Union, difference. So we want to learn about union. We want to learn about difference. We want to learn about combine, break apart, and division. The rest of them, you can leave those alone. Those are the main ones that we use day in and day out. All right, so now let's go ahead and resize this to our finished keychain size. Now, when we're doing artwork for 3D printing, we want to be in millimeters. All right, if we're doing artwork for direct to film or something like that, we want to probably be in inches. But in this case, we're going to go with millimeters here. And as far as size-wise, typically I will make my keychains 67, okay? You can make it whatever you want, but you know, that 6'7" just stuck in my brain, so now everything's got to be 6'7". But no, seriously, 67 is 2 inches is 50, all right? So we're doing 17 millimeters bigger than that, and 25 millimeters is an inch. So basically we're doing about, let's call it 2 5/8. I just feel like this is a good keychain size. It's kind of big, but also kind of small. So somewhere in the middle there. All right, so this is done. This artwork is all we need. Let's go to the desktop. And let's just call it, I don't know what this is called, FPV. I don't know what that is. FPV logo. Okay. So you see, that is incredibly painless. Now, I realize this is a very simple, basic logo, but this is the type of stuff, right? This type of stuff that we're going to run into every single day. In the corporate world, this is a simple logo. All good logos in the corporate world are simple. McDonald's, Reebok, Nike, the list goes on and on and on and on and on, right? Very, very simple logos. So this is our bread and butter stuff right here. All right. So now that this is done, the artwork is done, now the fun part begins where we pop over to Bamboo Studio and make it happen into a keychain lickety split. Let's do that. If you have any questions or need one-on-one training or some custom files made for you, this is my contact information, so feel free to reach out via email. You can text me. You could even give me a call. I'd be happy to answer questions or give you more details on the one-on-one training we offer, and as well as if you need custom files made until you are up to speed on how to make them yourself, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help you with that as well.